my beautiful people, welcome back. It's a couple days after Mother's Day. I had a lovely Mother's Day. We spent it with my mom. We had a wonderful time together, and we were talking at one point. We had gone to the Reagan Library, which was so beautiful, and they had this beautiful china sitting there, and she and I were talking about the china that we liked, and one of her favorites is always this blue and white china, and I was thinking about that and thinking about that color palette. And so I kind of want to play with this very blue and white color palette for my mom, and wish all you guys a very happy Mother's Day. A couple days late, sorry about that. But I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do that same herringbone wrecking pattern inspired by my friend Nate Bright, but I want to do something a little differently. I want to, instead of doing puddles to give us those very distinct blocks, I want to do a flip cup and see. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. This is a very nice big 24 by 36 inch gallery wrap canvas from Artists Loft. I have taped and pinned the back, and I have painted my sides and edges with one of my colors, my Amsterdam Pearl White. Let's get this out of the way a little bit. This is a very Amsterdam palette. We are starting with that Amsterdam Pearl White. It is right here, this beautiful little jar. And my paint tonight is mixed with my Golden's Heavy Gel Gloss and Owatrol. I am using my Owatrol to practice getting ready for Fluid Art Boutique in Dublin, which I'm so excited about. We're going to go paint in a castle in June. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check out our website at www.fluidartboutique.com and you can figure more information. So this is our Pearl White from Amsterdam. And then we are using also Pearl Blue. What's this one?
That's blue?
It's Pearl Blue.
Oh, okay.
So this has, when it's dry, it does that cool magic trick that I like, that the Pearl Yellow does.
I'm going to take your word for it.
You'll see when it's dry. So that's the Pearl Blue from Amsterdam right here. And I have mixed these two a little bit thicker, more concentrated, like a little bit more paint than I normally would, because I want to ensure that I actually see that color shift. And by using a little bit more concentration of paint, you will get that more than if you would just, oh, I'm just going to use the tiniest little bit. You're not going to see it that much. So that's the Pearl Blue. We also have Amsterdam Brilliant Blue, which I love this color. It's very, very pretty. When I was playing with blooms, inspired by my friend Karen Dershin from Waterfall Acrylics, this was one of the colors that I was having so much fun with. It's Amsterdam Brilliant Blue. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Karen will also be at Fluid Art Boutique in Dublin, and we have a Fluid Art Boutique happening in DC in August. That's going to be awesome too. We have such a great lineup of people teaching. So, okay, so that's the Brilliant Blue. And then we're using Amsterdam Greenish Blue, which I love this one. One of my favorite ones. This is very much like Golden's Turquoise Phthalo. So if you're working on a very strict budget, this might be a great option for you. I love this color, Amsterdam Greenish Blue.
As opposed to bluish green?
No, as opposed to Golden's Turquoise Phthalo, which is more expensive.
Ah.
That's a more economical thing. We also have Prussian Blue from Amsterdam, which I don't use that often, but it is a beautiful, beautiful color. I'm quite happy with how that's looking. So we have 3 blues and a Pearl Blue and a Pearl White, and we have my darling, my DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold.
Dancing girls. She's a show girl.
She just makes everything sparkly, pretty. Okay, so the plan is to do, we need about 32 ounces of paint for a 24 by 36, and I have 4 little cups here that are 9-ounce cups, but we could use them as 8-ounce cups, and even if they're a little bit more, that's okay with me. Okay, so the plan is to have 4 flip cups, and I was thinking to do 2 of them with a little bit of the darker colors and 2 of them with a little bit of the lighter colors. So we're going to layer 2 at a time. And I think this is going to be the darker one first. Okay, so to that end, I'm going to start with the Pearl White in the bottom. And we might dirty layer these, just because it'll be fun and we haven't in a while. Let's do that. Let's use some of the darker Prussian. And we're pouring it from up high to get it to sink down under the surface like that. And we'll use some of that pearl blue. Some of the greenish blue. Go back to the pearl white. Some of the brilliant blue. Pretty cup. Pearl blue again. Okay. So that's cool. I like those two. That's a nice, so that's going to be the darker one. So these two I'm probably not going to use as much of the Prussian. I'm going to use more of probably the greenish blue and the brilliant blue. Okay, let's start with some of the blue, pearl blue.
You're a dirty girl, aren't you?
Sometimes. Break my concentration.
Sorry.
Flustered. It's a smaller amount of the Prussian. And what did I do last? You.
Glad I still have this effect on you. Have this effect on each other.
Butterflies. Oh, that's pretty. Look at the bow. Aww.
It's like butterfly wings in there.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Or irises.
Ooh. Okay. Alright, so this is good. So now we have the darker cups and the lighter cups, and we are going to put down a white base coat, which I have standing by over there. Okay, so this is Amsterdam Titanium White and the Owatrol Pouring Medium with the gel gloss. And I just put in some of the Amsterdam Pearl White just right before we started. So this has a little bit of the pearl white in there, but it's just a white base coat. So my plan is to do 4 flip cups and then to do the herringbone pattern. So it's still going to be sort of, the pattern is going to be on the inside, but I do want to have a base on the outside. So maybe what we'll do is spread this out there. First we're going to flip them out, and then we're going to use the skewer and wreck them. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Alas, that I am.
Here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to do one of the darker ones over here. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to do a dark one over here. Can you still see it?
Yes.
Here we go. And I'm going to do this one right over here. Ready? Okay. Some magic taps. Just give that a second. Alright. I'm gonna do this one first. Ready, honey? And I'm not gonna really, I'm gonna lift it first and then look at it and then decide if I want to lip it.
Alright.
Here we go. That's really cool.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, me too. Let's do this one. There we go. That I want to lip. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go over here. Okay.
Yep.
give that half a second and let it all join together. I have a skewer here, just a regular old chopstick. And we're gonna do that same thing that we did before without my bracelet dipping into it.
Okay.
Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Aye, lass, that I am.
That's really pretty. I like that. Do you think we need to go the other direction? It might be cool to just leave it like this.
I think it might be.
What if we went just a little bit, just part of it?
Okay.
And go this way. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So do we like this better, or do we, this reminds me of pastries, the Napoleon. That looks really pretty though. Well, let's tilt it up, kind of like half and half. I kind of like that. We're gonna put a little bit more blow extender on the corners. Okay. All right. Okay, I really like this part where we haven't gone through it twice. I really do like this also. So we'll see what happens. Let's anchor this side first. Just gonna walk it down. Cool. I like it. I'm getting tropical fish, lionfish.
It's giving fish.
It's definitely giving Aquarius.
It's giving betta fish.
Yeah, we didn't get to China. We got tropical fish.
You're supposed to get China?
Well, that was the original inspiration, was China.
Oh.
Well, just the blue and white.
Oh, you mean, plates.
I need to wipe my hands off. It wants to move.
I like the two different levels of wreck, too.
Okay, now I'm happier. Open that up.
I like the two different levels of lines.
Yeah, the Napoleon part and the...
Yeah.
Maybe I'm hungry.
You got a sweet tooth.
Right. All right. There you go. So, I don't know if you guys can see the betta fish. I like this, so I think it's really, really pretty. I really like that part on the side with the darker blue coming through. I think it's gorgeous. So, this was fun. Inspired by my friend Nate Bright, of course, and his wrecked puddle pours. So, this was a wrecked flip cup pour. This was fun. So I will show you guys when it is dry. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will be right back. Okay. So this is a couple of days later, and it is totally dry now. This one came out really pretty. I really love these colors and the beautiful movement and the flow in this piece. I just think it's so pretty, especially down here in this corner. This whole side just really makes me happy. Just beautiful. That Prussian blue is such a gorgeous color. So many pretty cells in here. The gold, of course, my 24 karat gold darling. But this edge, look how pretty that is. It's just beautiful. I love that. All those swoopy lines with a little bit of blending. You can see the pearl turquoise, the pearl blue and the pearl white. I'm not sure how much of a pearly effect the pearl white actually has because I don't really see it. But I do see the pearl blue shifty. But this part is just so cool, so dramatic. Just really, really neat. So that was the side that we only did the one layer of Rex through. And then, of course, over here, the Napoleon part, you see those where we did the double Rex. And those lines are really, really pretty. So I do really like this piece a lot. I think the colors are amazing. I like the composition. I love the movement and the feel of the flow in this one. It's giving me very underwatery sort of vibes, but I don't know, I love it. I really like this. I'm very happy with it. It also looks pretty cool vertical too, which I'll show you guys in a second, but I wanted to show you some close-ups also. But I really like this. So these were the Amsterdam paints, the Prussian blue and the brilliant blue and the greenish blue with the pearl blue and the pearl white and the 24 karat gold. And we did Nate Bright art inspired herringbone pattern on half of it and then half a herringbone. But this was a lot of fun. It's a really fun technique. As far as the experiment of doing that herringbone pattern on a flip cup, I think it came out really, really cool. Very different result than using it with the puddles, but I still think this is really interesting, and I do really love these lines that are in here from that very first wreck. I just think they're so beautiful. I just add a lot of depth to this piece. So thank you again to my friend Nate. You're awesome and I love you. And I can't wait to see you in Dublin. Getting so excited, like less than a month, literally. So much stuff is happening in the next couple of weeks, and both of my kids are graduating and we're getting ready to go to Dublin. It's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful month. So thank you all so much for being here with us today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you real soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. This is a vertical orientation. I don't know. What do you guys like better? Interesting.